Well, sir, why are you doing that? Tex, how do you have... Never mind. I don't know what you're wearing on your horns right there, but I'm guessing it's hay string. Somehow we cut the hay strings and he still gets about a good 24 inches wrapped around there. And Lester's taking the moon rover in the pond. Oh my gosh. No brakes. And Tex is over here digging a bull hole. Yeah, this is great. Totally great. I guess the moon rover survived going in that just as much as it's surviving going in the pond. I'm not real sure what the purpose is of him being in the pond, if that was supposed to act like I'm fake and I have fake brakes that didn't work out, or I stopped looking where I was going, or if this is really just a play baby thing, but yeah. That's a lot of mud. Tex, are you done yet? You're making it rather dusty here. You're just throwing it right on top of you. Okay. I mean, most animals will roll in the dirt instead of that. I mean, whatever you need to do is fine. You're just gonna keep on doing that? Yeah, okay. Well, the left side is much better at tossing, for the record. Your right side's a little weak. I said what I said, buddy. I said it. My question to you is, how the heck did that get on your horns? We cut the hay strings shorter than ever, and magically you're able to find some just enough to wrap around your horns, yeah, and let it dangle off the top like you're some Christmas tree. Now you're decorating the rest with glitter, I guess. I don't know what you're doing, really. But all of the ladies here know what you look like already, and kind of know what they're getting in. Yeah, they kind of know who you are, what your, buttons are, like what makes you mad, what makes you at peace, all those things. So like, you don't have a lot to impress. Stop it, I'm serious. They already know. Like, they really do. They know all the things about you the same way that you know about them. So I don't know why you're digging this hole to act tough or anything. Are you teaching Rip? Because I got news for you. He's not even paying attention. He's over here messing with his mama and his Pearl, his sister. I had to think about that, who she is to him. So if you're like trying to like lead by example here, I don't know who you're leading that example for, is all I'm saying. You might want to reconsider, seriously. That hole is going to cause you and your family problems, and us, not to mention humans. I don't know what you're frustrated about. You're still mad about the whole Pearl thing? Like, we moved her next door for the week and that didn't suit you very well. You just couldn't like contain yourself. So now you're 3 foot in and you're just going to keep on going, digging a new pond. Dad's moon rover doesn't fit in that, and it's not going to. Hey, Jolie. Oh, you're not showing her, are you? She's not going to be the one to like pick up where you leave off and continue to dig holes. That's not cool. And if this is about flies, you could simply go into a stall in the barn and get sprayed off and it would be fine. I just don't know what you're trying to do here. Like, who are you trying to impress? Jolene, really? You're gonna eat that flower, that tiny little bit of grass in that box? Y'all need sprayed. We got some flies that are here tonight. Beverly, there's still grain over here. Santana, go over there with Gracie. Poor little Gracie. Tends to be quite the loner these days. A lot of people say that she became different whenever she got back from band camp. And I would agree with that. I know that there's a season, there's a time, there's, it's natural, but I just think that Gracie, I don't know, she changed when she came back from there. And it makes me sad, and like, I just feel bad for her. For a while I just thought that she wasn't feeling well, but in reality, I just think that she did not enjoy band camp. And that's okay, because not everybody does. Tex, really? Please don't start digging right there. That's by a big pole. It turns out to be really important. That falling over would be terrible. Like, really terrible. Wait, I wasn't calling you over here. Okay, whew. Go hang out with your little girl over there, who's still a girl, little girl. She's a teenager, and we're pretty convinced she's pregnant. She's not close yet. She's got quite a ways to go, but I will just say that band camp kind of just made her different. More reserved, and I don't know. I wish that nature wasn't so brutal like that. I wish it wasn't so much like it's like the routine. It's like what happens, and if you don't fulfill it, then something will happen that you don't want to happen. And it sucks. And getting Tex fixed is not the answer yet. We've talked to so many vets, and I say yet because we haven't found a solution yet. I know in the beginning we talked about Dr. Pole and other things, but so far around here we haven't found anybody willing to do it. And Dr. Pole isn't licensed in the state of Texas. So for a while now it will be band camp or, separate pastures, and we'll continue to try to figure things out. We don't want to have a giant herd of longhorn, and we certainly don't want an accident to happen. I'll just use that phrase because I don't know how else to word it. But my little Gracie, I don't know, I just feel like she was different than the rest, and still wanted to be a kid. She was not ready to grow up yet, and I see her being distant often because I think that she's just, I don't know, she is different. I will say that she is very different than the rest of the longhorns. Maybe that's just by circumstance that all of this timing was all in line, but it's still just something that I pay attention to, and she just doesn't have the same hierarchy as the rest, and she's sort of stuck in the in-between, right? So there's the adults and the babies, and then there's Gracie, who doesn't have a partner her age to sort of bond with, and the kids are too little, and yeah, I know, I'm humanizing things, but if you're just standing out here watching, and you're just listening and seeing things evolve, you can see that that's part of it. So instead, she'll take out some of her aggressions on those that are smaller than her, and she just doesn't have she doesn't have a partner. She doesn't have a person. She doesn't have a friend. She's either babysitting or, trying to butt into the adult side, and they're just not ready for her yet. And maybe the band camp thing has nothing to do with what actually happened at band camp with the band instructor. I don't know what else to say. Maybe it actually has to do with the fact of she was an outcast amongst a whole bunch of women. And I'll tell you what, that's a hard place to be. That is a hard place to be for any woman, no matter what age. But for a young girl who's very impressionable going into a new place and have all these other heifers around there, and maybe she was picked on, and maybe that put her into a different place. I'm not sure. But regardless, she is healthy. She's well. I just think that, I don't know, I wish she would let me love her. Maybe that would help. Anyway. All right, I'm rambling like Lester. Y'all have a good night.